Hi everyone. When I reflect on Smith's journey in the from culture wars to common witness, kind of what stood out to me the most was how honest he was being about being shaped by his conflict. And early in the story, faith and science were kind of framed almost like as opposites, and two sides like were in a battle where one had to win and one had to lose. And that mindset kind of just resonated with me because it's kind of hard not to like take in that way of thinking, especially in a culture where debates around science and religion and truth are often very loud, um, especially within the Christian and science communities and stuff. So Smith's like shift away from being combative towards what he kind of says is common witness felt super meaningful to me. Um, and I think instead of seeing science as like something to always defend, he really saw it as a space for like a curiosity and being humble and just pursuing truth. And so that idea kind of connects closely with what um, like I've kind of thought about and what I think this class is. Um, and so rather than like treating science as like a threat to faith, or something that is opposite or just away from faith, I think the course kind of invites us to approach it like thoughtfully and ask good questions and to listen, and even when the answers may be uncomfortable. And then one way I can apply Smith's exhortations is by resisting the urge to reduce scientific discussions into us versus them. And in this class, I think that means like going into the material honestly without assuming like scientific explanations automatically like undermine belief. And then beyond this class, I think it challenges me to approach conversations about science, faith, and that those kind of things with just humility and being more interested in them and like growing through it than just winning an argument of science and faith. And then I chose the question of what I think of as a scientist, and I kind of realized that I often picture it someone in like a lab coat who's super smart, focused purely on data, rational stuff like that. And that kind of image that I saw kind of like suggests that science is maybe cold or impersonal or just based off data. And I think based off of the videos and readings, it's kind of differed that assumption for me. And I think it's shown that scientists are deeply curious, and people driven by wonder and moral responsibility. And science isn't just about like the answers, but it's about just asking questions, admitting that you may be uncertain, being open to like discovering more and stuff like that. And in that way, I think science differs from other fields I've studied, and it's kind of the same because I'm a kinesiology major, so I'm in the science field. Um, and so I think just in general, Smith's journey just challenges me to see science not as an enemy or an idol, but as more of a tool for life stuff.